going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web, and I wanted to go ahead and get into the prize highlights for the Shell Shock Marbury event. So let's go ahead and get into it here, guys. First, we got the legendary Escalina here, our leaderboard legendary for this event. So I'm kind of feeling the look, little nice white clean robe, and all got the little Cupid with it and whatnot. I think that's a pretty cool looking one. So Escalina, guys, we have here an air guru. So of course she has the just astronomical wisdom, 16,690 wisdom. That is just way up there with the stars. It is insane. She also has the wisdom coming in at 5517, pretty fast, and even a lot of HP for a guru. Once again, we got another one of these type guys, 8129, plenty of HP. Attack really low, defense is okay, I guess, 2902. Hollow All Elite, new skill, wisdom base, cooldown of 1. So every other turn that she is swiped, then she will be unleashing that Hollow All Elite. Just know that on her off turns where she is not using that Hollow All, she is pretty much not going to do anything for damage. 1079 ain't nothing, so don't expect too much damage on the off turn, guys. So fall, warlike foes, and take comfort. Blessed are the peacemakers. So just a quick look at her skill, guys. Yeah, little Cupid comes down and does that, and yeah. So Escalina, if you like all target gurus, guys, then by all means this is the one you want for sure. For an all target guru, she was pretty much cream of the crop right now. This is the one you want, and she will do you a ton of good. She will do just insane amount of damage for sure. On the turn that she procs her cooldown skill, the damage is going to be crazy. Like, she is killing the whole line, hands down. It is happening. So Escalina, guys, for anyone who likes all target gurus, this is the one. Believe it, guys. Next we have Karakakpa. So to get into the information about this guy, he's basically the Fraverton recolor, the guy with the coin flip move. I think it's called Hazard. Flip the coin, heads or tails determines the damage. Yeah, that guy pretty much stinks, and this guy really pretty much stinks too. He's not a fighter you want to use for battle, guys. This guy's just basically super fuse fodder. So to get into the raw stats off of the edge, we have 4630 HP, 5386 attack, 3749 defense, 526 wisdom, 636 agility, for a total stat base of 14,927. So smash all the depth, pretty high cooldown at 3 at 5 out of 5. So that pretty much just throws it right in your face that this guy's super fuse fodder. So if you were to use him for such, you could get 555 HP, 646 attack, or 449 defense if you were to use this guy for super fuse fodder. That is what you'd be looking at. That's pretty much this guy's only purpose, guys. I would not bother doing anything else with him. It's just not really a useful fighter at all. If I didn't mention it, he is a water champ. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this guy. Moving on here, we got Silic, who is a unique looking guy here. Mr. Silic, or whatever it is. So Silic, to get into the raw stats off of the edge, 3131 HP, 4760 attack, 1625 defense, 979 wisdom, and 4933 agility, for a total stat base of 15,428. Auto proc single target preempt, which I personally do like. So this guy is definitely one of the fighters I want to pull away from this event, but I am in such a bind, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in a little. So Silic is a really good single target preempt. He is the type of single target preempt that most people prefer because he has the pretty above average attack with above average agility. Coming in at 4760 and 4933 respectively. A lot of people do not prefer, for some reason, the other type of single target preamps we've been having, which are the ones with the higher agility but the lower attack. The most recent one of that manner, I believe, was Shireen, coming in at approximately 5,300 agility, but only about 2,900 attack. So many people don't prefer that kind of single target preamp. They actually prefer this kind that have the above average attack and the above average agility. Not super good attack or agility, but just kind of even there. So if you prefer this type of single target preamp, you definitely want this guy. Honestly, I want this guy, but I'm only thinking to pull one fighter away from this event, because the fighter along with the super fuse fighter I'm going to have to buy for is going to cost me a pretty penny, and I don't want to do both because it would cost way more than I want to spend right now. I'm trying to save a few resources for rainy day, so to speak. So it's between this guy. This is one fighter I would like to pull out of this event, because although I already have a single target pre-up line super fused and everything, really powerful single target line, this guy's really powerful, really good, and we're going to find out a little bit more a while later. And last but not least, this is the second guy that I'm struggling with. I'm also thinking of pulling Ovo after this event, 5 for 5 in him, and buying super fuse fodder for him and whatnot, which is also going to cost a pretty penny. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, guys. So if you want to help me out with some kind of decision in the comments, if you're willing to, that would be absolutely fantastic. I would appreciate it greatly. But to get on to why you are watching this video, we have our Paragon for this event, Ovo. I definitely like his look, the big paintbrush and the painted eggs and whatnot. This guy has a pretty cool look. If you ask me, I like it for sure. So to get into his raw stats, pretty much all you need to do is remove the 0 off of each of these numbers, guys. So we have 3,396 HP, 5,541 attack, 2,823 defense, 4,432 wisdom, and 542 agility. His skill is called Die Elite. It is auto proc. Basically all this guy's skill is, guys, is unhinged like Nurgle and Belsum. Every turn that you swipe him, he will increase his attack. Now by how much? Well, that fact is still being studied upon, guys. Nurgle has been studied and found to be around double. Nurgle pretty much double his attack every time he uses it. Belsum much lower than that, but this guy at 5 out of 5 I've gotten a few tidbits of information from a lot of people that I talked to about D.O.T, and they're telling me that this guy is not double, but more like 1.8. Nurgle would be 2.0 double. This guy, from the stats that I'm getting and what I'm hearing from other people, it's looking at 5 for 5. This guy is increasing his attack by about 1.8%. But in all honesty, guys, this guy's still a really good fighter. And like I said, I'm stuck between the rock and the hard place between this guy and the preamp before. But this guy's really good. This guy is really good. Do not think that just because he doesn't have the multiplier, this guy is just straight up trash. He is not by any means. He's a really good fighter, and I am definitely thinking of getting him. He's pretty nice. So let's go into our comparison, guys, so you can get a little bit better of a look at these guys and see who they're up against and why you may or may not want to get them. So first, we are going to be comparing Escalina, our leaderboard legendary for this event, and the one we're going to be comparing that to is Zuleika. So both gurus, they both have a 2-1 cooldown with an all elite wisdom based cooldown skill. So to get into the stats, guys, basically Escalina trumps Zuleika in every category, every single one of them. Escalina has 1,127 more HP, 151 more attack, which barely matters. The off turn, the attack by both of these fighters is going to be horribly weak. It doesn't even really make much of a difference. 402 more defense, a whopping 2,316 more wisdom, guys, which is significant because their skills are wisdom based, and so that much more agility. I mean, unless the multiplier on Escalina is very weak, and Zuleika's is stronger, there's just hands down nothing to even talk about, guys. Escalina is just kicking butt here. And finally, 766 more agility, which of course, the better the agility, the faster that fighter is going to attack, unless of course they come up against a preempt or a thwart. So if you are using Zuleika, guys, just go ahead and dump her now. Get her up on the trade board to try to get rid of her, because Escalina is coming through and she is just blowing Zuleika away. One more stat comparison that I almost forgot here: the total stat base difference. Escalina has 4,762 more total points than Zuleika. So I mean, Escalina is just blowing this girl away. And I remember when Zuleika came out, she was a very talked about fighter because of her wisdom coming in at 14,374. But even she is paling in comparison right now to this new leaderboard legendary we have this event. So take an upgrade, guys, if you're able to. Get rid of your Zuleikas and move on up to the next big thing here. Okay, the next one we'll go ahead and compare is Karikapka, basically our super fuse fodder guy for this event. The one that we're going to be comparing this guy to is basically one from an older event that's basically super fuse fodder as well, Erascus here. Neither of these fighters you should be using in battle, but they are really good super fuse fodder. Both of them are. So to get down to these fighters here, they're both got a 5-3 cooldown. They both have smash all the depth for their cooldown skills. Erascus is a fire champ, while Karikapka is a water champ. And basically, since they're both champs, the important stats, which would be the HP, the attack, and the defense, go to Karikapka. 129 more HP, 236 more attack, and 988 more defense all go to Karikapka, while the stats that do not matter on the champ, which is being the wisdom and the agility, which are usually low on champs, Erascus is better. 123 more wisdom and 227 more agility. So like I stated previously, guys, honestly, neither of these fighters are worth using. Like I said in one of my previous videos, anything is better than the frogs you get at the beginning of the game. So if you have to use this guy, then by all means please do so over those frogs. But after that, this guy is straight up super fuse fodder. Just get rid of him, fuse him into a better fighter. Okay, the next one we're going to be comparing is Silic, our new single target preempt. And I must say, guys, Silic has done some dethroning, because Vivina here, who we're going to be comparing to, has been the champ of single target preempts for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken. So Vivina has officially been dethroned, guys, by Silic. Silic is the better fighter in every single category. 275 more HP, 419 more attack, 143 more defense, 87 more wisdom, 430 more agility, for a total stat base of 1,354 more points than Vivina. So if you have Vivina and you want to take the upgrade, by all means do so. I mean, it's not really a super drastic upgrade, but Silic is better than Vivina, hands down. The stats tell it all, and they're pretty much equal in every other category besides stats. They're both preempt elite, and they're both auto proc. So unless you want to keep Vivina for air, maybe the air dungeon, then you can do that. No one has Silic as of me making this video, so we don't know his element. I'm going to guess that it is not air. So if you wanted to hold on to your Vivina for maybe dungeon purposes, then by all means do so. But if you're looking for an overall better fighter, guys, you definitely want to switch to Silic, because he is the better fighter for sure. Last but not least, we're going to be comparing our Ovo. And it's going to be pretty much the same fighter that the whole world is thinking about when they think of Ovo, and that's going to be Nurgle, guys. So Nurgle is a Paragon from a much older mob raid event way back in the D.O.T days here. So Like I stated before, Ovo's die skill is basically Nurgle and Belsum's unhinged skill. Just increases the attack. That's all it is. So they're both auto proc with that, which is sweet. So to break it down here, guys, they're both warlocks. Ovo has 1,312 more HP, 690 more attack, 1,765 more defense than Nurgle, while Nurgle has 173 more wisdom and 862 more agility. So the total stat based difference in Ovo's favor is 2732. So statistically, Ovo is the better fighter. But Nurgle, from the studies that we've been able to conduct so far, which may or may not be finalized, guys, so you may not want to take this in stone, but as of this moment, Nurgle will still be the more powerful fighter because his attack doubles, while Ovo's is only approximately 1.8% increase every time he procs his skill. Another thing we don't quite know yet, guys, as we all know, Nurgle and Belsum's unhinged skill was nerfed. You used to be able to increase their attack indefinitely every time they swipe. Well, that is not the case anymore. After the 5th time, the big word overheat will pop over them, and they will no longer be able to increase their attack. So is die going to be the same? We have yet to see, guys. My guess is yes. If that turns out to not be the case, then this guy is definitely gonna, his price is just gonna soar through the roof, way over Nurgle's. So yeah, we have to wait to see on that one, guys. But honestly, I still think these fighters are pretty close. Nurgle, attack wise, definitely is gonna have the edge because his is double, and even though Ovo has the higher attack, the multiplier, I'm thinking, just won't allow him to overcome Nurgle's attack prowess. So for what Nurgle is useful for and what Ovo is going to be used for, basically, Nurgle will probably still be the better one, and I don't think his prices are going to be affected too much because of that fact. So there we have it, guys, our prize highlights for the Shell Shock event. I didn't feel a need to cut this one into 2 videos this time because I don't think this one's going to be really great in length. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And I will be back at your screen with more, guys. Later.